So obeying is also a responsibility of a child, right?
Yeah. When we look at the life of Absalom, we can see that Absalom came back to attack David. So this is what we need to do. We must respect our parents if we don't obey them. Sometimes something special is there that they want to give to us, but because of your disobedience, they can't give it to you because they know that if they give it to you, surely you won't obey.
Parents must remember that children watch each and everything they do. The makeups, their dressing, the kind of songs they listen to, the telenovelas they watch. We, the children, watch everything they do. So anything you do must glorify the Lord, so that your child can also look at it. Hello viewers, this is Gift TV, and today we are going to have a very special discussion. I have with me some of my friends from the Church of Pentecost Children's Ministry within the Odoko area, Pentecost University District, in the persons of Margaret Mensah, Christabel Annan, Jonadis Abwaje, Florence Ejay, and Eugene Annan. As I said earlier on, we are going to have a very special discussion, and it's about children. First of all, who really is a child? Starting from you, Eugene, who really is a child?
I think a child is a gift from God, and a child is a kind of person, and that same person that does not know what we call sin and obedience. I think that is a child.
Oh, amazing. What about you, Florence?
I would like to define a child from the Church of Pentecost perspective. The Church of Pentecost refers to a child as a person below the age of 13. That's why when you come to the Church of Pentecost, we have classes like 0 to 6, 7 to 9, 10 to 12. All these children form the children ministry in the Church of Pentecost.
Now you, Margaret, who really is a child?
I think a child is a human being between the stage of birth and puberty, or a child refers to a person younger than the age of majority. That's what I think.
Wow, interesting. What about you, Christabel?
I would also say a child is a young human being below the age of puberty, or an immature or irresponsible person.
Now to you, Jonadis, who really is a child?
As for me, I think a child is someone who doesn't know what's right and wrong and know nothing about what we call life.
Wow, I think these are splendid answers. So Eugene, let me ask you, can you give me some of the responsibilities of a child?
First of all, a child is expected to obey the parents and humble himself or herself before God.
I want to ask you, Jonadis, can you give some responsibilities of a child?
One of the responsibilities of a child is to run errands for his or her parents and help his or her parents cook, wash the utensils, and wash the clothes.
How about you, Christabel?
The responsibilities of a child is to help his or her parents to wash and do the house chores like cooking, washing, and doing many other things.
So obeying is also a responsibility of a child, right?
Yeah.
Okay then, what happens to children who do not obey their parents?
Children who do not obey their parents' life tends to be miserable.
Margaret, how about you?
These children grow up to be weed smokers, drug addicts, armed robbers, and corrupt, which affect the country badly. This is what I can say about this.
Eugene, what do you think?
When we look inside the Bible, the life of Samuel and Eli's sons, we saw that they were not obedient. Eli's sons were not obedient to God at all. So God punished them. And how did God punish them? They were slaughtered. When we also look at the life of Moses, Moses was not obedient. When it came to a time, Moses was not obedient to God. And God said, you will see You will see the land of Canaan, but you will not enter the land of Canaan. And these are such things that happens to us if we don't obey our parents and God.
Wow, that's an amazing contribution. Florence.
When you go into the Bible, you see that Ruth and her mother-in-law. Her mother-in-law told her that she should go back to her people. When her sons were there, her husband was there. And then she heard the good news that God has come back to look at his people. She told Ruth, go back to your people. Ruth responded to her that your people shall be my people. Your God shall be my God. Because of this, Ruth went with her mother-in-law. When she went, she ended up marrying a rich and wealthy man called Boaz. And at the end, she became mother of kings. Like if she listened to her mother-in-law and went back, like she won't become the mother of kings. So this is what we need to do. We must respect our parents. If we don't obey them, sometimes something special is there that they want to give to us, but because of your disobedience, they can't give it to you because they know that if they give it to you, surely you won't obey them. So that's what we need to learn. From this story, we can see that we need to listen to our parents and obey them so that whatever thing that is good comes into our way, we can receive it. That's what I can see.
I think I like their answers. Or viewers, what do you think? Am I also right to say that God expects them to obey their parents?
Yeah.
Okay. When we read Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6, we are made to know that our parents must train us in the way we should go, that when we grow, we will not depart from it. And as we all know, the theme for the year 2022 is equipping the church as an army to possess the nations. Therefore, what will happen to parents if they don't equip their children? This is what I want to ask, and I want to find out from you, Genesis. What happens to parents if they don't equip their children well?
If parents do not equip their children well, they become a burden on them. They sometimes come back to hunt them, rob them, and even kill them in the process. That's what I can say about it.
Eugene, do you want to add something?
Yes. When we look through the Bible, when we look at the life of Absalom, we can see that Absalom came back to attack David. And so therefore he died. So sometimes the parents need to equip the children because they don't know what will happen. And we must equip them. We must be able to train our children well with the kingdom principles of our Lord Jesus.
Before we sign off, I want to hear from each of you. What advice can you give to all parents watching us, especially those who do not take care of their children or those who do not have time for their children?
What I want to tell the parents is that they should be able to train their children very well with the godly principles of our Lord Jesus Christ, so that when they grow, they won't turn out to become bad people in the community, but rather good people, and they know the principles of our Lord Jesus. That's what I have to say.
Margaret, how about you?
I would like to advise the parents to train their children with the fear of God, so that they'll become great people in the society and the country at large.
Now you, Christabel.
I would like to advise the parents that they should have time for their kids. Some parents do not know much about their children because all they know is work, and sometimes they don't even take their time to teach them for their homeworks and many other things. So I would like to advise them that they should have time for their children and teach them the godly ways.
Okay. Genesis.
I would like to advise parents to train their children in a godly manner so that they will become respectable citizens.
What do you have to say, Eugene?
I will advise all parents that they should not make the work pressure them, because they are working to get money, and then the money they are getting, is for the child. And so therefore they must get time for the child. Maybe you don't know what the child or what the child has gotten himself into. So I will advise a lot of parents. All parents should take care of their children very, very well.
I hope both our parents and we the children took some advice from this discussion. We learned that children end up being armed robbers, drug addicts, weed smokers, and many more if the parents do not equip them. Therefore, it's the responsibility of the parents to equip their children and train them in the godly manner so that they can be great persons in the future and also respectable persons in the society. Also, parents must remember that children watch each and everything they do. The makeups, their dressing, the kind of songs they listen to, the telenovelas they watch. We, the children, watch everything they do. So anything you do must glorify the Lord so that your child can also look at it and learn from you. This is the advice I can also give to the parents. I will thank my friends from the Sunday school for joining me in this discussion and for giving me their time to talk about this issue. We have more of these contents coming up. To have access to them, go to YouTube, subscribe to our channel, Gift TV, comment, share and like. Before we sign off, we want to sing our favorite song.
Possessing the nations, we are gifts from God. We are gifts from God. Stand, rise, be different, giving our all to you, Lord. Giving our all to you, Lord, to be used as a vessel, possessing the nations. Giving our all to you, Lord. Giving our all to you, Lord, possessing the nations.
Gift TV,
We are gifts from God. Bye-bye.